So that's why. Beastie will most likely play after this game. So let's quickly catch up and see where they are. Let me just update to include the logo. Make myself a lot smaller as well. Give me a second. There we go. Golden League. We are in. Now, guys, we are seeing... Now, what we've been seeing these last few weeks is we've been seeing a lot of people of... I mean, we've been seeing the brother pairs play a lot of the mirror matchups. So... in our cases, we can see that Puppypaw and Wham are both on Delhi, which is not very surprising because when you practice together, you know what you think is better on a map than someone else. We're going to see Tower of Victory on both sides, so we know that they're going to be very aggressive and feudal. So if you see the other landmark that comes out, you know the one that produces scholars, you're going to have a much better time in the late game because you're going to be able to produce your scholars for cheaper and you're going to get your research a little bit faster. But with Tower of Victory, you're definitely going to see aggression from both players. So that's exactly what I expect to see happening from these two. I am running this into 2 speeds so we can catch up with EGC TV as well. And we do see both of them just getting all their upgrades. Let's see what they prioritize. We see the ranged armor, both of them get ranged armor first. Now, what I've been seeing a lot with a lot of the people is they are not going for two blacksmiths. Now, Beastie, from what I know, likes going to blacksmith because you can get your upgrades faster, especially if you're going to go aggressive going in. But most of the time, you won't be able to go aggressive with just one... both of you go for one blacksmith, and I guess it's fine. So with these two, definitely in a position where both of them are doing exactly the same thing. You guys can see. Same upgrades, except for the wood, I guess. In that case, the farming upgrade coming out on this side, but that could just be a delay from the one side. It has been put. It is coming through. Let me just see the other side. It's coming through now as well. I think he might have just forgotten to click this one to get How do you say this word? Horticulture. Horticulture. There we go. Now, where the game actually starts... Oh, wait, no, I don't want to speed up more. I want to slow down. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what we see here is specifically between these two players, you're going to see a battle between horsemen and then archers. Now, what you can see is that the horsemen are going to try to harass from Puppypaw because from what I know, Puppypaw is a little bit more of an aggressive player. Wham, from what I know, is a very safe, sit back, push together. Safe, sit back, push together. Puppypaw is the kind of guy who's going to run around and harass you everywhere. So right now we see Puppypaw going for the safe sacred site. Wham also going for the safe sacred site, but Wham is making sure his army is together and pushing together. While Puppypaw, he put his army on the safe sacred site with him because he was busy harassing with the horses, trying to get something done. But right now, Wham takes control of the first part. So with Delhi, this is quite difficult because if you win a fight, you should be able to make more army and you should be able to push forward a little bit harder. And that's going to be what gives you the edge here. Right now, Delhi versus Delhi with this much of a lead. Let's quickly see the villagers split as well. We see 10 on food from Wham. So he is going to be able to push out less units. But we do see... where is that difference then? Where are they putting him? 11 on food now. But let's see. Maybe Wham can do a little bit of damage to Puppypaw and push more forward. Right now, Wham is enjoying that extra gold. And I think in this case, he would just sit back. You see he has 18 on food now, but 0 on gold. Now, the fact that he has 0 on gold, but 14 on wood, this tells us that he is going to make a lot more units. If he was looking to age up, he would have a few on gold. So both of these players having absolutely nothing on gold, that tells us, there's still a lot going to this. It's still a lot of units about to pump out. However, Puppypaw actually takes a good fight because the horsemen were too far apart. The spearmen are standing at the back, and this is not looking too good for... Wham taking a lot of damage, but apparently he likes running his horses into the spearmen. The archers, luckily, are focusing down these spearmen, and, archers counter spearmen. Ooh, this looks like a GG. That looks like a very quick GG. Wham taking game 1 already. Takes down a scholar. That's a huge loss. You can see the difference between the two. Wham has killed 1,000 more resources worth of army. So when is Beastie's game? Most likely after this one. And then we should see the winners match after that. Puppypaw is raiding, like I told you guys. Puppypaw is a little bit more of an aggressive player than Wham. So Wham, again, gathering his troops, not risking anything by splitting up his units. Oh, wait, I spoke too soon. Wham knows he's in the lead. But he's also not taking any risky fights. He knows that his brother is going to have to go out for food. And that's exactly why he's countering this. With Delhi, you have a very big disadvantage with regards to food. Because you need to make sure that you are getting enough food. And right now, Puppypaw knows his horseman is at the back. He needs to take this fight. So he's taking the fight. Let's see if he comes out ahead. I don't think he is. Horseman coming in, running right into the spears. Oh, sacrificial horseman. And at the back, Wham is like, oh, actually, now that your army has engaged mine, I know that you have no defenses on the back line. So, still looking pretty okay for Puppypaw, but not looking too great. Wham, however, has secured the food. So he's made a wall. It looks like there's a hole here, but I don't think either of them realize. And Puppypaw doesn't have a safe food that he can go to. So he went to the forward food, because right now the forward food is the safe food. So when is the Beastie game? The game is after this one, like I said. Okay. So Wham currently onto sacred sites. He's going for the next stage. This is not going to be too beautiful for Puppypaw. Puppypaw can capture this back and try to take a fight before Wham gets that advantage. Because the moment Wham ages up, he's going to be able to get the next level of upgrades. He's going to be able to pump out a lot more units. And right now, this is all Puppypaw has. He's not even close to aging up. However, he has 29 on food. So this tells me he's either very desperate to get units out, or he's going to age up. And it looks like he will be trying to age up the moment he sees his brother do this. Let's see if he puts anything on gold. No, he's not rallying anything on gold. He's just going to take the fight, because that is when you know you need to take the fight. If he doesn't do enough damage now, he's dead. So this is exactly what Puppypaw is doing. He's pushing now because he sees his brother is age 3 and he needs to do damage. So he is picking off a few units, but Wham is going to get some chonky boys, lancers. So this is going to look a little bit more scary. Now, I'm not sure why Puppypaw didn't capture the sacred site. He probably lost the scholar. I might have missed that. But now Puppypaw needs to get to the next age as well. He's just getting his passive gold, and that is his only way forward. But Wham should also be going for the relics very soon. So let's see if that pays off. Right now the lance is coming in, and he does have a few spearmen to deal with this, but 3 spearmen is not really going to cut it. And he doesn't even... I don't know, I think this is a little bit too scary for Puppypaw to handle. Puppypaw can try to snipe off a few of these, but he won't be able to take these lances. He needs to take out as many archers as he can, and he is! He's taking out quite a few. And we see that these spearmen are coming in, and they are going to run into their death. We needed those spearmen to deal with the lances. And he's trying to do damage, but those archers... Those archers don't do any damage to the Lancer. It's barely tickling that Lancer. And we do see Puppypaw going with the House of Learning. Now, the House of Learning has a bit more of a passive upgrade situation. Because right now, if you go House of Learning, this means that you are... Sorry, this fight is really crazy. If you go House of Learning, this means you want to get upgrades. And I don't know if there's time for upgrades, Puppy. Right now, it looks like Wham is cleaning you up. And I do see the Spearman coming in. The Lance is doing way too much damage for him to deal with. And Puppy is castle. So we're going to see a lot of upgrades popping out here in a second. Let's see. Does Wham get the horse? He gets a free horse as well. Clean up by Wham. At the backside, we can see Wham is still harassing because he knows Puppy needs to go for outside food. And that was just clean. Very, very clean. Getting House of Learning here, I mean, getting Compound of the Defender wouldn't have changed anything too much. But House of Learning is a very passive landmark because now you need to wait for your upgrades to finish, and he just didn't have time for that at all.